What's up everyone, Callum from Table Soccer here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at Chelsea Football Club frame build episode 4. Okay, so in this one, what we've done in this one, we've done it slightly different to episodes 1, 2 and 3 in that we've done the majority of that early base paint already, and in this episode we're going to be showing you a little bit more how we add those more intricate details to the kits before we go into 4.5, where we'll show them pretty much done before we add the hair and the boots, which is always the final piece of the puzzle. If you are new around here, guys, please click subscribe. So minimize this video down here and get yourself subscribed. Get the bell on as well so you never miss any future videos. We've got plenty of videos on this channel now. We've been running for about 6 months. Subscriber wise, we're on the rise, but we really want to get to 1,000 as quickly as possible. Remember, when we get to 1,000 subscribers, we are going to be giving away a 10-figure frame. Here's an example of what one looks like here. What we'll do is when we get to 1,000, we're going to make a special video and explain exactly all the details and how you can enter yourself in, but you will have to be subscribed to this channel. Okay, without any further ado from me, let's get into this video and show you guys what we're going to work on. Okay, alright, so we are starting off this one then with Peter Cech. Now, this is the Peter Cech kit from the Champions League final of 2012, which of course Chelsea were victorious, and Peter Cech was a massive part of that Champions League final. Now, when I first saw this kit, I thought that his socks and the detailing pieces on this kit were black, but they are not. They are actually a really deep shade of purple. Now, I don't know how well it's going to come out on the camera, but he has been painted already in a base grey because he was wearing a sort of grey silver kit during that game. So what we need to do is get him some purple socks, some purple Adidas stripes, and a few other purple little details in and around his shirt. The first thing we're going to do is create those Adidas lines there at the top using the purple and trying to leave the white space. So let's go. Cool, so you can see there, and from what we've been doing, that we've created the 3 Adidas stripes at the top. Now, what we've done is a slightly different technique than what we've done on some of the others, and actually we've only created 2 purple bands and left a white space at the top. Up at this end, there's a white space, and we've got 2 purples, and then obviously the whites in between, and then the main colour on the socks. Now, it takes quite a long time to do, so what we're going to do is we're just going to jump cut our way into the next sock. So there he is then, as if by magic for you guys. There he is, all done and dusted with his purple socks with the Adidas hoops. Did the other one exactly the same way, just did 2 purple bands, left the white space at the top and in and around. The next stage for this kit then is to add the Adidas stripes down the side of the shorts. Nice and simple thing to do, these ones. We'll show you one side and then jump cut across to the other. Now, on Santiago figures especially, let me just make sure he is in shot for you guys. There's a mould line that goes all the way around the outside. That is usually where I set up my central Adidas stripe, for those of you guys that may want to know. So I use that central ridge line to just bring my first stripe down. Into there like that, and then I usually put one in front and one behind. So just off camera there, I've just done a couple of other little bits. Just added the purple detailing underneath his arms here and giving him a purple collar. Now, he's got the purple Adidas stripes that go down this shirt, down the sleeves. Now there is a gap in the middle, so obviously we have to leave that out. Now again, using that ridge line, I'm going to pull them up, so I'm going to keep my gap, just hit the phone with my paintbrush there. We're going to leave that gap and we're going to pull up. So again, just completed a couple of little bits off camera there. Finished off his Adidas stripes down his sleeves, and then just started to put the badge on. And one of my pet hates about football shirts is monochrome badges. Aesthetically, I think most of the time they don't work. And the second reason is that when it comes to painting them, the more colours they've got in them usually, the easier it is to create the shapes and the things in the right place. So with this one, it's just that, again, it's just that really, really deep purple with the grey coming through. So it's going to be a little bit tricky to do in full size, but so we've added that little in purple circle, put a little purple around the outside. What we'll do is we'll clean that all up and finish it off there. So our next three then are all Chelsea home shirts. Couple of little details about some of these. Obviously at the moment we've done the Adidas stripes on this one and this one on the socks. On the one on the far right hand side we haven't, because he has white Adidas stripes in a blue background, and this one over here actually is one of them, but also complicated ones. Actually it's blue Adidas stripes inside a white space on the shorts. So again, what we've done with this one to create those Adidas stripes is leave the white space rather than trying to paint in white and create three stripes by using white. What we've done is painted in blue and created the three stripes by leaving the white space blank. So that's what we've done with him, and hopefully the camera picks this up. I'm not sure if it will, but these two over here have light elements and dark elements on their shirts themselves. So this middle one is the one with the random like pectoral pieces that were darker. So this middle sort of area here is, it should show up as a lighter shade. This is darker, these areas here are darker, and then the shorts and things different color again. Here I haven't added the cross hoop elements yet, but this was sort of a hooped pattern shirt with a lighter blue, and then the sleeves and the shorts were in the darker blue, so I need to add in the darker blue areas in here. To finish these off, it's a lot of Adidas striping. Now this one in particular, again, like the shorts, has white space and blue Adidas stripes. Create that using white paint. The middle one just needs Adidas stripes on the shorts, on the sleeves, and the same with this one over here, just needs them down the sleeves and down the shorts, and obviously the badges add into all three. So without any more talking from me, let's get on with putting some Adidas stripes on. Cool, so yeah, again, all we've done, we've added the Adidas stripes to the shorts. You saw us create that first sleeve in there. Now exactly the same on the other side. Adidas stripes, little continuation, and we've added the white area where we're going to create our badge. And as I said, hopefully you guys can see that change in shade of blue between here and this little middle bit that comes over, and also these pec pieces that come over there. Going to move on to the last one now, so let's go. Okay, so finally we come onto this guy. Now this one is a little bit more complicated than the other ones in terms of the socks, because it has a, oh hello, it has this blue area first. Now what we need to do is go Adidas stripes inside that blue area. We already started off, let me just move it back into the middle here. We already started off with our area in here. Now I don't plan on adding any acrylic white to this, but we might need to, depending on how it looks when it's sort of married up to what's going to be on the sleeve in here. Same on the other side. This kit, as I said, it's one of those where they actually had a white space that came down over this area in here and down here, and then the Adidas stripes themselves are actually blue. In terms of shaping it, it's going to be quite difficult. I will try and do it on camera. Okay, so you can see we've added it on there. With the Adidas hoops and the socks, you've seen us do that. We've done a tutorial, so we're going to go through those off camera. And then we'll add in those darker blue hoops. The other sort of thing to mention is sometimes when you're using the acrylic, and you can see it here, you can still see worse on this side, so let's show you. You can still see some blue coming through underneath. Now it's really important not to try and hero up here and try and do it all in one go. I think it's a mistake that some painters make, is they try and go full hero mode and get something done in one go, whether they just want to get it over and done with, and what can either happen is you end up with a ridiculous amount of paint on there, or you just end up making mistakes, because the more paint you put on there, the more chance you've got of making an error. So the best thing for me to do with this down here now, let it dry, come over it again before I try and add my blue Adidas lines. We did go round the white on the shorts again, because as what always happens is when you add white up here, it really dulls down your left white areas. The socks don't need it because it's a big white area. And also another pretty drastic change is I wasn't happy with the lightness or the tone of the blue for the majority of the kit. That Chelsea kit was actually a lot lighter than it was before, so we have completely changed this shade. Now it's not always something you can get away with, so if we get a comparison, so it would have been pretty much the same in terms of darkness as this one, but as you can see, the one at the top there, this one is a lighter shade than this one, and what we're going to need to do is add in those darker hooped areas that go across the shirt here before we add in the circle bit of the badge, but we'll come to that later on. That is the end of this video, guys, and as I said before, filmed a little bit differently to episodes 1, 2 and 3, and obviously different from 2.5 and 3.5, but I wanted to show you guys something a little bit different in terms of the painting for this frame. The first 3 episodes were very much about adding those base colours on and how we do that and how we create those basic shapes. This episode I wanted to go a little bit more and show you about how we add in those more intricate details that create a shirt. And you also saw me change my mind entirely about the appearance of a shirt midway through painting, having already painted it in a blue. I decided I didn't like it. It can happen. I'm sure it happens to you guys that are out there painting as well. It's not the end of the world. There's usually a solution for it. luckily in this case I was able to overpaint in a lighter shade and get it to where I wanted to get it to. In the past I've had to just completely scrap figures or even strip them off and start completely again. Like I say, filmed it a little bit differently, so hopefully those guys that are just here to see progress on a frame and see how it works, hopefully you guys have got some interest. The guys that are painting their own stuff, hopefully the hints and tips that we've given out will help you guys continue to produce. I'm getting a lot of messages and comments and things about people that are working on their own stuff, so if you are working on your own stuff, please let me know down in the comments below. And if you have pictures of teams or artwork that you've been doing, please send them to me either on our Twitter or through our email. What I plan on doing or what I want to do, I'd love to do if I get enough images come through, is make a video that showcases your guys' work. So images of stuff, we'll make like a video montage, we'll get some sick music behind it, hopefully Sampledelic Sounds, maybe I can get them to make a special track for it as well. We'll bring it all together and showcase your guys' work as well and get it out there. That would be amazing for me to do. I think it really helped. You guys have been great to me. I want to give a little bit more back to you guys by just showcasing your work to everyone. I think that's it. I haven't really got anything else to cover in this one. Don't forget, if you haven't already, have a little look at the Westwood Table Soccer Club videos. If there's any other videos you haven't seen yet, if you are new to the channel, we have loads. Get on it. We show all sorts, tutorials, showcases, all sorts of stuff. Wouldn't be able to produce some of this stuff as well without our official partners, oldschoolfootball.co.uk, and the music as featured in this video by the amazing Sampledelic Sounds. His link and Old School Football's link is available in the description, and all of our links are available in the description below. And also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I was able to add fade up and fade down to the music in this video. The app that I use to edit my videos has had a massive update, and it's now allowing me to fade up and fade down, and I have to say I'm so happy. It's one of my biggest bugbears about my videos was the immediate stops to music and the immediate starts, and I know it just doesn't feel fluid enough, but thankfully the app has had an update, and hopefully you guys have noticed it, and hopefully it's an improvement on what you'd have seen before. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Until the next one, stay safe.